AK Spartan Killer Adventures in Minecraft.
Yo people, what is going on? This is Kat again, and we are filming some Minecraft. So if you don't recognize where I am already, then you should in a second. I am actually on our server. I'm in a top secret area of our server that we haven't really released yet. So, I've been doing some houses, and a lot of people ask me, oh, well, how do you build houses? Like, how do you do it, Kat? Like, what do you do? Da da da, etc. And it really all depends on your style and how you build houses. I tend to stay modern contemporary. As you can tell, it's very straight up and down. I could take you through the server, but I'm sure you've seen the server videos before, so you don't really need me telling you how I do everything. And you've seen my work before. So I'm just going to show you a few things on here. And we're probably going to do a few videos of this just so you guys are aware. There will be a few videos. Oops, let's fill in that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video on how to do the jungle tree houses. As you can see here, I've built two. These are just test demos because I wanted to see how they would turn out. So here are two that I've made here. I don't even remember how to get into it. It's kind of top secret how you get, oh, there we go. It's top secret how you get into the place too, right? So let's see if I can sneak up here. Oh, and Mr. Spider lives here, as you can tell. So they're really small. I'm going to try to work on getting a few of these houses built because I don't really know how I'm going to do multi-level tree houses. And then across the way you can see the other one there. So they're pretty big spaces for tree houses. That's why I figure I'm going to show you guys how to make bigger ones. I'm sure everyone knows how to make a small one. But I'm going to show you how to make multi-level tree houses where they still look like trees and it's not as much like houses. So that will be in another video. Right now I'm just going to show you guys how I pretty much make a house, and these might be in videos, smaller videos, in different compartments of how you're designing a house. So I've already started with one because I don't want it to take forever. I've started with the base of one, and when I think about building a house, I always start, as you can tell, usually with either a rectangle or a square. They're just easier to work with. Symmetry is easier to work with, and it's Minecraft. You can't really get full circles. Though I have done a house in Ocean View City that is a little oddly shaped. I will show you how to do oddly shaped houses later, but this is just going to be your basic house tutorial. If you care to design a house better than just a dirt mound. So, my first step is to figure out what functions you want in the space. And of course we're dealing with Minecraft, not real life, so the functions of Minecraft housing is obviously going to be a little different than real life housing, but you can kind of mix them both together. So, along with figuring out functions, I use levels to kind of break up the functions of houses. Sometimes you can do it flat and use walls, but a lot of contemporary style houses are open concept, and I love to use open concept housing in Minecraft for the reason that my computer is very slow. I play Minecraft off a little laptop, so it can't handle a lot of pressure, and right now I'm actually on normal video screen, like normal pixels, and normally I have to play off like tiny or small just because my computer just can't handle it. So that's how bad it is if you don't know already. So that's also when people want to fight me on the server and they'll go, Kat, come to the nether, come like PvP. I'm like, nope, I can't. Like, my computer just won't do it. I'll lose automatically, so it's like asking to lose. So if I feel like losing, maybe I'll do it one day. So as you can see in these houses, I've kind of added the green slime on the bricks. Just an extra detail. That's a special feature with this house in the city that we're working on right now, is using a lot of the jungle stuff. So that's why I'm doing it here. I mean, you can use basic stone, you can use whatever, but pick your materials beforehand as well. I'm a huge fan of using wool for walls, just because I like how simple it looks. It looks really funky on my texture pack, but it's a very simple product to use. As well as using the stone. If you guys haven't seen the server, I used to be a huge nut of using the sandstone. I'm fading away from that. I just liked the look of it before, and now there's like 7 different types of sandstone, and I'm I'm done with it. So I've moved on. Another thing I do as well is make it more than 3 high. A lot of people tend to make their houses 3 high. So we'll say this is about 3 high here. So if I was to do this, when you walk into a space and it's this tall, sorry, that's only 2 high, but even 2 high, let's do one more higher. Sorry. See, when it's 2 high, you're suffocated. You can't jump. 3 high, you jump and you hit your head on the ceiling. So it doesn't give you a lot of room. I like to do, if I'm doing a moderate size house, to do even just 5 high. What do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5 high is what I prefer to go with. As you can see, I'm on a raised level, so when I go down here, it's actually 6 high. The higher your ceiling is, the more space you have, the bigger the space looks, so on and so forth. So in this space, I have it closed off a little, obviously only 5 here, and then you jump down and it becomes a bigger space. You can do this backwards and reversed ways as well. So for instance, in some of the houses, actually, let's jump over to OV City here because they show great examples of it. Here we are, Ocean View City. So I've built all these houses. These are my modern style housing. Some people are living in these houses, so I'm sorry if I'm intruding, but I don't think anyone's in this house yet. So as you can see in this one, I think that's, yep, this is 5 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 4 high. This is only 4 high, but in the living space, so this is the living room area, it drops down and gives you an extra foot, or an extra square, whatever you want to call it. That's to help divide the space. I've also used half walls here and pillars to help divide space. So when you're doing open concept, it's always nice to use pillars and half walls to keep the space open, but also divide the rooms up. See, when you're looking at this space, notice how there's no room division. You don't really know, well, what is this room? Where does this room go? Like, there's nothing here because it's a blank slate. So if we cut over to another space, this is going to be hard because people are living in these houses now. So I'm sorry, but cut over to one of my newer models here in OV City. I divided one of these spaces by levels, I believe. So in the first floor, he added his kitchen and dining room. I didn't make the floors longer. I actually made them shorter, but made these higher. And here in the second floor, he has his living room, an extra closet space. But all the white, he never changed any of the wall settings. So all the walls are everything that I've already built in here for him. So, oh, sorry, we're getting a little lag. So that is kind of just a basis of how you help divide spaces in homes. So what was that? Home spawn. Okay. So we will go back to our little demo house over here. Okay. So that's how you divide some of the spaces up in an open concept house. Of course, if you want to have a traditional style house, it's very easy. You just put up walls. Very simple, very straightforward. So we have the bases down. Now we need to figure out in this space where we're putting all the rooms. So I have the advantage of looking up like this and plotting it where I'm putting rooms. When you're actually playing in the game, you obviously don't have that space. You don't have that fly power unless you're in creative. So you have to look from this eye view. And your best bet is, what do you want to see when you first enter a room? A space, I should say. And a lot of people don't want to walk right into a kitchen. They want to walk into a living room. That's in a normal setting. In Minecraft, your house is kind of just a safety home. So what you're using it for is to store your goods that you found, make food because you're hungry, store your animals, and sleep, I guess. They're kind of the things you need to do, or make things with your crafting table. So those are the functions of Minecraft, whereas the functions of real life are a little bit different. And that will really kind of define your spaces. So I already know where I'm kind of going to put everything. Here will be your living room. So when you first walk in, you'll walk into a living room. Now, of course, in Minecraft, you don't need a living room, but I like to put one in just so it makes it more home-like. And we'll see how I pull that together in a second. And over here will be my kitchen. Now, the reason the kitchen has this smaller area is I don't really need a lot of room for a kitchen. A kitchen in Minecraft is pretty much just a chest. I put a workbench there and an oven so you can cook food. But we'll get into a little bit more details obviously in this house. And over here will be a stairway because we are going to add a second level on this house. I don't like to have just one-story houses in Minecraft. Even though it's funny because when I used to actually play in the levels, now I just kind of run the server, help run the server. But when I used to actually play, I never went upstairs. Like, because I never really slept. I was like, oh, there's never time to sleep. Unless everyone always wanted you to go to bed so you can make it daytime. It's the only time I ever slept. We also have the lovely benefit here of World Edit. So I'm not very good at World Edit, but I will try to use it to the best of my ability. So, what else do we need to know? Oh, stairways. I guess that's kind of an important part of building a house. So we'll put stairways in, and so, for example, what I have here is a narrow area. Normally I like to have more of a wide open area. So I've actually kind of tricked myself here on what I'm going to do. I might actually have to widen it. So we'll just take out this wall. I don't know why I did that. That was goofy. Normally I don't make it that narrow. I didn't think I planned the stairs out very well. Okay. Stick that there. There we go. And, oh, I need my little axe. A little bit more. Oopsies. Okay. Alright, so I do a ton of housing if you don't know. Most of the houses on the server are built by me. I mean, AK has done a ton of houses as well. But we do houses a lot differently. And you can totally tell someone's style because people have different styles for everything. So, I mean, your style is obviously going to be different than your friend's. If you like the way that your friend does his houses, or say you don't like the way I design my houses, that's fine. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and that's perfectly normal. So if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. I will show you guys how to make traditional houses as well. I've made ranch style houses. I've made Spanish style houses. Not big ones, livable ones. A lot of people make these monstrous mansions, and I've made a few myself, but a lot of people, it's not realistic. I mean, it is if you're in creative. It's not realistic if you're playing in on someone else's server, a survival server, or anything like that. So it's not realistic. The houses I want to show you are houses that you guys can actually build yourselves, and so it's actually valuable to you. And of course, I'm not saying you can't build big houses, but you're not going to want to spend a million hours working on a house if you're playing on a server. You want to survive and live, you want to grow crops, etc. So I'm not going to waste time on silly things. Okay, so the way we're going to do these stairs is actually a U-shaped stair. So you will see what I mean by U-shaped stair in a second, but if you don't know what it is a stairway shaped like a U. Very standard. I need stairs. There we go. Okay. You can do several different types of stairs. You can do like spiral staircase. Not my favorite because my computer lags. I get confused on the stairs and my computer will lag out while I'm going down the stairs, and then I'm like, oh, which way am I going? Like, where am I going? It's so stressful. So I prefer not to do those ones. The U-shaped ones are nice, but the problem is they're a wider set stair. So you need a lot more space when doing them. And that can kind of be a pain in the butt. I'm not going to put it right to the wall. I'm actually going to... Yeah, we'll do 3 wide for this one. So normally when I'm doing stairs, I normally don't like doing one wide stairs either. 2 stair treads wide gives you kind of that space to go up and down the stairs. This one I'm doing 3 just because I've given myself the space to. I might as well. And there's no wrong or right way to do stairs as long as it evens up and you reach the top floor. That's really all you need to do with stairs. So, like I said, the U-shaped stairs will give you a wider set staircase. Your spiral staircase doesn't need as much space, but to make it a nice even spiral, it's very hard to do, especially on Minecraft. And your standard staircase, you can go straight up if you have enough floors. It's gonna need a lot more length room. And so if I'm not doing a U-shaped staircase, this one's obviously a shorter U. You can do an L-shaped staircase, which would be this, for example, and you have your landing platform, which you want to try to do a 3x3 is probably your best bet. What do I have here? I have here. Oopsies. I'm making my own windows now here. So it's like this. You'll do, yeah, you need 3. So do a 3x3, about 2 or 3 up. I've done 3, obviously. And then you'll finish up with the last 2 or 3. So you'll do the staircase like this, and then you'll break through to the top here. Oopsies. Like so. There we go. So this will be your, if you're doing an L-shaped staircase, you don't need to have 3 wide. 3 wide just takes up a lot of space. Definitely only stay with 2 wide. So here I've done 2 wide, you have a landing, and then you go down for the last ones. And normally I'll put a post kind of there to even it out. Not really even it out, but help divide it up, because you can't really use a lot of the space under the stairs. And for example, if I do have that space under the stairs, I'll use it as a closet, and I will create a closet with it. And for this one, for example, I will use the bottom as storage as well, for if I have like a bunch of chests I want to hide all my stuff in, that's great for it. So for this one, we are doing a 3 wide U-shaped staircase. Any staircase you guys want to do, try it out. Your only mission is to really reach the top. I should show you guys on another video how to do staircases out of the half blocks. So when you're doing like the slabs, the stone slabs, or if you want to keep a sandstone, like for most of my houses I have sandstone, right? So if you want to have a sandstone staircase, I can gladly teach you guys how to make one of those. You do need a lot more room when you're doing the slab staircases, just because because you're actually making the risers yourself. You just need the room for it. So I'm going to end off on this note for you guys. I hope you guys get the basis of what I'm trying to teach you on how to build houses. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to go into more detail about things, like, let me know. I just want to create nice houses for you guys that are easy to make with products you can find around the server. And that's 8K calling me now. So I will let you guys go, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, leave comments down below, tell me what you think, any questions about building, and I will get to them for you. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!